You'll see more from here with Copter Cam 2.
What is it that you tried to make? Hang on, stand just a... You tried to what?
I tried to make Orange Julia strings.
And how'd you do?
Pretty good, but not as good as the original.
What did you use?
Orange juice, vanilla, and I whipped it up in my blender.
And what else?
That's all.
Did you know that we were going to do that first?
That's our first recipe.
Oh, you're kidding. No, I didn't know.
You'll never believe that at home. Look at that. Wait a minute, Gloria, hang on just a second. Give me another one. What else have you tried? Just, I can't. Sure, you're on the wrong side of the room here. Come on, cheat a little bit here.
I've done Twinkies and the Reese's peanut butter cups.
And how'd you do?
The Twinkies weren't too bad. I have done cake decorating, and the frosting and the cake, it's pretty good.
Yeah, how about the peanut butter?
Well, the kids liked them, but then the kids will eat anything.
So the company that's putting out Reese's cups is not going to be challenged by you?
My kids think so.
That's right. You want to help us out here? You'll stand, please. It's what?
With Twinkies also that I have made.
Okay, how'd you do?
Oh, wonderful. You know, a little chocolate cake and a little cream filling, you got it made.
Anyone else, just before we get started here? Sure? Yes, ma'am. You'll stand.
Azar strawberry pies.
What is it?
Azar strawberry pies.
And what do you think? How was you, did you get it?
Mine were better. They were there was no artificial coloring or flavoring in mine. It was all pure fruit.
But did you use the commercial pie to copy and analyze?
I just tried to analyze it as it was. And
So you bought an Azar strawberry pie, and what?
I ate a piece there. I ate a piece.
You ate a piece. Real detailed scientific research with you, right?
Right.
And you can tell by eating a piece of pie what's in it?
Almost. Pretty close.
That's the way to do it. That's the way.
Gloria, you're not telling me. How discerning is your palate? And can you tell, as I understand you, one of the points you're making here is that the difference, for example, between salad dressings can often be the presence of one herb. Huh?
That's right. And you know what it is? Good memory. Can you remember what spices has what identifying difference, between another? There are so many that are close together.
Do you practice?
Oh, yes.
You literally practice your tasting recognition abilities on herbs.
I couldn't confront these chefs and these restaurant owners if I didn't. I'll put them in little dishes, and I'll number the dishes, and I'll write down, what they are.
Now your husband has to come in when you're not looking and switch the dishes?
Yep.
I mean, literally, I assume that's what you do, huh?
And then I have to test myself. What is that, turmeric, or is that dry mustard, or is that sweet basil, or, what it is.
Okay. We'll start. Is anybody here especially good at... Here's the story. This is Gloria Pitzer. She's the recipe detective. She is the person who can go to Colonel Sanders and attempt to duplicate it. We'll talk about how well she's doing. She also has been very successful in duplicating the McDonald's Big Mac hamburger sauce. She has not been able to duplicate Cool Whip. What's the problem?
It's the lecithin in it, or the stabilizer. It's not available in supermarkets. And I don't deal with any product unless I can go to the supermarket.
All right. Give me another couple of failures here, Gloria, if...
Coca-Cola.
You can't? Did you try?
We have a recipe that we call Close-A-Cola in book 4, in one of our books. Yeah, book 4. And someone told me at KMOX Radio if I could come up with that recipe, the world would beat a path to my door.
Including Coca-Cola. Yeah.
I had the
with a whole lot of
boy,
lawyers with very large briefcases.
Yeah,
But
the
go ahead.
Avon lady, the paper boy, and my next door neighbor borrowing sugar. That's all. So I gave
the only
up.
people that have come to your door.
Right.
What's the, just without getting too sidetracked here, because we've got a lot of work to do, but what's the problem? Why can't you get Coke? I cannot believe after all those years, all those chemists, all that research technology, all those computers, somebody can't figure this out. It doesn't make any sense.
We have had so many clues sent to us by people that worked with them years ago. And I would try each one, and then I'd go to the supermarket and I would try and find a product that would give it the caramel coloring, or that would give it the caffeine flavor, or the little bit of lemon. If you test it, as we did, like 110 times, you'll find all of these little differences, but then try and put them all together, and the right proportion, falls apart.
So it sounds like the mystery has more to do with the blend than the nature of the
Right.
ingredients. Is that right?
You know, and the chef that we just recently interviewed from the Corporation Restaurants told me that it's not so much the ingredients. He'll give his recipes to anyone. It's the proportion in which you combine them for the number of servings you want.
You want it? Let's do Julius. Or I'm sorry, you call it Orange Brutus, right? All right, we're gonna have the.
You said it.
We have the lawyers here.
Not me.
All right.
My
Do you want
attorney wants
to
a roll away.
start that, or?
All right, I'm going to start right now, and we're going to bring out the ingredients, and then we're all hooked up here. Now, at home, the way I do it, and this recipe is in our book 1.
Okay.
I start with fresh orange juice, and about a quart. Okay. So I'm going to put in about.
What are you putting in there?
This is orange juice.
But it's obviously a
I'm gonna
concentrate commercial product, huh?
Pasteurized orange juice from concentrate,
All right.
but it is fresh. Okay. And now I'm going to use pudding powder. In fact, I'm going to try. I've got 3 kinds here. I'm going to use the non-instant.
What's the matter?
This is not instant.
What is it?
Is she using Jell-O pudding?
Pudding powder, and it's not instant, the kind you have to cook. Now, I started out the recipe about 6 years ago using instant pudding because I wanted it to get thick. But one of our subscribers wrote back and said by mistake he had chosen the wrong kind, it was better. So we switched our recipe to comply with one of our readers.
You got it now. I don't want to. We don't get ahead of you. What's?
No, I got it now. No, I got it. I know what she's saying now.
All right. Just
Okay.
feel free to get in here. All right.
Now,
No questions? All right. So far, so good. All right. Go ahead.
now if I were home,
What flavor pudding,
this
Laura?
is vanilla. Vanilla.
Okay.
This is a noisy blender, so we'll try and do it quickly. Now, when you get it about that far, blend that first, about 30 seconds. Open up an envelope of Dream Whip. A small envelope. And you know what
see.
this is?
You
Now,
didn't know that?
If I were home, I'd be using egg whites because I have seen it done. Powdered egg whites are hard to come by in the supermarket, and this is 70% powdered egg whites. So I look for products that I'm going to buy at the A&P or at the Kroger store that will substitute for another commercial product. Now let's see how it comes out. And turn off the chocolate.
This is Orange Brutus.
"15 seconds. Now, we got some cups.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it. What do you think? You want to give it a shot? Try? Are you sure we did? Did you have that on long enough?
Yes,
All
right.
right. All right.
No, we don't have any ice.
Let's get a couple more. All right. It's going to be up. It's not on the rocks here. It's,
It really needs the crushed ice,
no, we're into our...
but you can imagine that.
Okay.
Pass it around, see
All
what they
right. Give me a
think.
couple more. All right. I feel like I'm working
Are
at
there any
McDonald's.
waitresses in the house? He didn't do it right.
What do you think? You want to give it a try? Want to stand up for just a moment? Just want to see. Now, you have to be honest. None of this, she's, all right? Be honest. You're familiar with Orange Julius? All
Want
right.
to try some?
Very good.
Really?
Really.
Well, that's yours. You can finish. Okay. Who else? You want to stand? You be honest.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All over.
Of course.
New York was its home base.
Yeah.
Try this.
What state? What?
New York would be.
It's a big item in California, right? Orange Julius? And lots of other places. Huh?
I taste like
I taste what?
I taste like a little powder substance, like it's not completely mixed or something. After
No,
the
it's a
taste,
bit
I mean,
different.
that's
The
it.
pudding and
Otherwise,
the
it's
Dream
good.
Whip is the same, but you would use
Back here in
frozen
the-
crushed strawberries.
Yes, ma'am. You'll stand? You want to
to
give
get
this a
your
try?
puree.
Tell me
No.
how you feel.
Good. But I've used powdered milk.
Gloria?
Yes.
She's used powdered milk with this thing.
I started out using it, but it didn't give it enough body. So I discarded mine in lieu of this. If you use powdered milk, also add some Karo syrup to it to sweeten it.
All right. Can we go over this one more time? What you've used here is a commercial orange juice product, pasteurized orange juice from concentrate, and you've mixed it
First with the pudding.
All right, but how much orange juice?
A quart.
A quart of orange juice, 1 package of vanilla pudding, and pie filling, as it's known, and then you mixed that, and then you added 1 pack of Dream Whip whipped topping mix, and there is your orange Julius. We've got ice, and what else are we going to do here? We're going to...
Now we're going to put this away, and we were going to do...
Yeah. Oh, you want a question about the Julius? All right, hang on just a second. You'll stand, please? Yeah.
Yes, I mentioned like a strawberry Brutus, I imagine. How much strawberries would you have to use instead?
I use a 10-ounce package of the frozen sliced and put it through the blender until you have it nicely pureed.
Because I prefer the strawberries better.
So. Dilute it, though.
We're awfully sorry, sir, but... but you want him to know that you use what quantity of strawberries and in what condition?
A 10-ounce package like the bird's eye frozen sliced. And if you let those thaw, you have enough liquid in there that you'll have...
You won't have a gunk when you're through mixing them?
No.
You don't have to add any liquid to them?
You can dilute it to your liking, but
I
I don't. I like it thick, like a milkshake.
All right. I want to billboard this, Gloria. What are we going to do today? You're going to make what else? Just to suggest.
We are going to make Big Bucket in the Sky fried chicken in this little toaster oven. We're going to do some peanut butter cups.
You're going to make the, what do you call your peanut butter cups?
Recess.
Okay.
Recess as in dark and hidden places.
All right.
And we're going to build a Big Mac.
You're going to actually make your own Big Mac, and you're also going to...
We have the ingredients from McDonald's fresh this morning, and we're going to build one with my version of their sauce.
And can we do a blind taste test maybe, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
And what are you going to do with the White Castle? Imagine how thrilled all these companies are with...
We have some hamburger, and I'm going to add 3 ingredients to it and show you how to mix it. We can't fry it because we don't have the equipment. And then we're going to make a milkshake.
That duplicates what?
Franchise type. We'll say similar to the Golden Arches. You say it, not me.
All right. So we're going to make a Golden Arches milkshake. Chocolate. Have you heard from these people, Gloria?
Oh, indeed.
Are they upset with you, or what's the story?
Only 2 or 3 of them have been really upset to the point that I've had to revise my books. I've had to change the names of the recipes. But most of them are absolutely marvelous.
I would be flattered if you were copying me, but on the other hand, in this day of inflation and diminishing profits, etc., if you catch on, kid.
Well, when Harlan Saunders was still living, we had a cross conference by WFAA radio in Dallas, and he was on one phone and I was on the other and the moderator in between, and it was marvelous for 2 hours. And then I talked with Ray Kroc over KMOX, and this was like 6 years ago.
You met all the biggies then, huh? How was Mr. Kroc? Was he obviously pleasant? Yes.
He didn't have time to talk because he was on his way to San Diego.
But I mean, is he upset with you? Is he...
No. I think at the time they were coming out with bad publicity about hamburgers and
the nutrient value of them and so on.
Right, and where you fried them and how you fried them.
Can you duplicate a McDonald's French fry?
No. Honestly, no. But I give you 2 whole pages of all the clues they've given me, and they've given you too, because they print these on their placemats.
And it has to do with blanching and also the way the potatoes with the McDonald's brothers that Mr. Kroc had originally hooked into kept the potatoes outside. Honestly, in a wait a minute.
True.
In a bin, and it was the airing. You won't believe me. We're talking about recipes and what we can do to duplicate them, and we hope you'll join us.
When the sun sets your skin on fire, soothe that sunburn with Noxzema. It cools sunburned skin, reduces skin temperature on contact to relieve pain instantly. And greaseless Noxzema can stretch your tan, too. It moisturizes skin so your tan looks better longer. to soothe a burn, to stretch a tan, get greaseless medicated Noxema, the good skin cream.
They look real cool, that old-fashioned bathing suit, Grandpa.
I'd feel cooler with a taste of good old-fashioned lemonade.
Country time, Grandpa?
Country time.
Natural lemon flavor from real lemons goes into Country Time lemonade flavored drink.
Not too tart, not too sweet.
That's the taste of good old-fashioned lemonade.
Well, you ought to know.
Country time, country time. Tastes like good old-fashioned lemonade.
Isn't it wonderful? There's finally a magazine that tells you about everything that's really important to you every week. It's Woman's World, the first weekly magazine for women. This week, Woman's World shows you how to decorate with Made in America designs, how to look great in affordable fall corduroys, how to create beautiful do-it-yourself projects.
Woman's World. It's new every week, only 75 cents at checkout counters. If you miss a week, you miss a lot.
Jack hasn't been in this business for 25 years to report yesterday's news. His first priority is making the noon news a totally fresh, up-to-the-minute presentation. And nobody works harder than Jack does.
I think it's obvious that Susan cares deeply about the people of this community. And they respond in a way that constantly amazes me. People talk to her on the street as if they've known her all their lives.
Jack and Susan Bowden. They give more, you get more. The new news. You'll see more from here.
What about the calories? Well, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, what's up now? Big bucket in the sky fried chicken. Imagine how thrilled they are with this in Kentucky, all right? What are you going to do, Gloria?
I'm going to make a coating that we're going to put on this chicken, and I'm just going to show you how to apply the coating because I have 3 pieces that have been finished that I brought from Michigan yesterday, and they lasted, believe it or not, with this recipe.
Okay, let me just move this.
Okay. And we have the real thing over here.
Okay. Well, let's see. You know, listen, a little free commercial might make them feel a little better about this. You want to just hold the mic so I can, you have to hold it up so that the host can make a fool of himself. All right, here you go. Your basic world-famous Kentucky Fried Chicken. And you're going to, well, that's, obviously, I don't have to tell you what a success, this is an international success story. Now, Gloria's going to show us how we might make our own attempts to duplicate the wonderful, unique taste that is the Colonel's. All right, you're on, Gloria.
All right,
do your stuff.
It's so simple. We don't fry it anymore, but we get the same results. And this is what I'm trying to prove with so many recipes. You can take the same ingredients, turn them all around, add different proportions, apply different heat and techniques of preparation, and come out with exactly the same product. And I have several recipes that have worked that way that surprise people.
All right, we will have on the screen for you in a moment the actual recipe that you can copy if you'd like to get a pencil. Prior to that, or while they're doing that, weave your magic here for us. Go ahead.
All right. This chicken has been run under cold water and allowed to drain. And what I'm going to do is just put it into a combination of first, we have self-rising flour, Italian dressing, and I have an envelope of Lipton Cup of Soup tomato, which gives it body, flavor, and a little mildness to the amount of paprika I'm going to use, which also gives it more color. The paprika will make it nicely browned. And while I'm just coating it, like so, I'm going to I'll do the one piece at a time and show you just how it works. Because when you're doing like a 3-pound fryer, you will have a large cookie sheet. You'll grease it first and arrange these pieces so that they don't touch or the coating is going to come off. Then I take melted margarine, and I'm going to use the liquid type today because it saves time. You don't have to melt it, but you can use butter or margarine. I prefer the margarine. And you'd have it to the consistency of this, but don't let it change color when you melt it. I don't like to put it right on direct heat. If you have a microwave or a double boiler, you'll get the best results. As soon as it changes color, you've ruined the flavor. You're going to let that dry just about a minute, long enough to melt your margarine. Then take a pastry brush. This is really a paintbrush, and I don't like the pastry brushes you buy for the purpose.
Right.
It's a sable-haired 1-inch brush.
Right. You
It's
probably
very
got it
soft.
from the hardware store and not
Right.
in the turpentine in the basement.
All right.
Okay.
Drop that in and lap. You're going to, you know, you think you might disturb that coating. You don't. You lap it on, like so. And you don't have to cover the whole thing because it spreads when the heat gets to it. And you just lap it on, and then you'll let it dry. Now that's for the original. If you want to have the extra crispy, and we have two kinds here, and I'm going to pull out.
You've got your finished product here. Huh?
Right.
Okay.
I've got one of the original and one of the extra crisp.
Give us a sense of the time on this. I mean the baking time. What do we want to say?
1 hour.
Frying time. I'm sorry.
1
Frying.
hour, 350 degrees for a 3-pound fryer. And for longer than that, you would have to do it, say 15 minutes for each additional pound.
Can I try?
Yes, you sure can. Somebody took our hot bag.
Okay. Why don't we just,
Set
let's
it
put
down
this over here. Can you just see Julia Child turning into this program and saying, my God, where did she get this guy for help? I tell you what we should do before I try this. Let's show you the recipe, all right, so that you're, to avoid confusion at home. Here's how we might best express what Gloria has done here. This is big bucket fried chicken. Combine in a plastic bag 3 cups of self-rising flour, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2 envelopes of Lipton tomato cup of soup powder. I think you want to capitalize soup. I don't want to confuse you, but that's their brand name. 2 packages of good seasons, Italian dressing, mix powder, 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt. I'm sorry, teaspoon. Sorry. We'll take that out of the tape. All right, and then I think you probably shake mixture well to combine thoroughly. And spray 2 9 by 12 by 2 pans with Pam. Run 16 pieces of chicken under cold water. 2 cut-up fryers in, and drain off excess water. Okay.
That's fine. Exactly.
Any questions? Let's just get one-liners in here, all right? And then we're going to try. Yes.
Have you tried to duplicate the new Chicken McNuggets at McDonald's?
Yes, now that's just about virtually the same thing, but the batter is different.
Anything regarding this? Yeah.
Yes, I flunk kitchen. Why would I want to do this instead of just go out and buy it?
Not everybody would, and that's the nice thing about it. The chores of housework are so dull that the only creative thing, I think, to being at home is cooking.
Well, it's cheaper, too, isn't it, Gloria?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, what are we talking about here? What would you say? This box, this box at Colonel Sanders, without getting, I know it varies.
50%.
You think so? You can duplicate this for half the price.
I try not to go over that. If it does, then I tell you so, and I don't like to do it.
I like browns better. Is it that much different?
No, it's not much different. I think it's in the flavoring and the type of flour they use. Now, this is self-rising. You might try pancake mix and flour. Something different.
Okay. Give me a plate here. I want to just...
All right, which you're going to take? The original or the extra crispy?
I don't know. Well, they're going to know the difference because one is warm and that's cold over there. So we're not going to be able to do our taste test.
Well, they can buy their own on their way home and then remember how it was done here.
Who wants to try? Dan? Now this is, watch it, we're going to spritz here. That's all right.
I had no breakfast.
All right.
This is extra crispy that I'm doing here.
Is this extra crisp or regular crispy you're giving her here?
That's extra crispy. And that's a double flouring. I've shown you how to do it.
I got to tell you this, it looks like the real stuff.
Does it really? Thank you.
I'm an expert on Kentucky Fried Chicken, and this is fantastic.
Okay, now we're putting it back in the flour again after you butter it for extra crispy, Phil.
Oh, I see.
See, and then you'll build it up. Now, for extra crispy, while it's baking, the one thing you do is You drizzle it with about a teaspoon of oil and a teaspoon of water about every 15 minutes for that hour until it's done.
Yeah. You like it?
Yes, I do.
Don't
I have a
overdo
question.
it.
Hang on, Gloria.
Can this be done in the microwave?
No, you're not going to have the browning process, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Let me just have. I'm not kidding. This is good.
Phil,
I can just see the.
did you see the way I did it here?
You mean for extra crispy?
One of the KFC people told me you press it in for the extra crispy. Take your hands, and after you've buttered it, you put it back in the flour, and then do it again. And you'll see the flour will absorb that butter while you'll let it stand about 5 minutes, and then you put it in the oven and bake it.
There, we should say, Gloria has cookbooks which we are pleased to show you, and we will do that in a moment, which includes all of this. More than one cookbook, I might add. They're soft-bound, so it's not like the big encyclopedia. And obviously, they're interesting, to say the least. And we'll be back in just a moment.
It was an amazing discovery, and the amazement has grown into an incredible world of excitement for you to discover this year at Luray Caverns, the largest, most beautiful caverns in the East, the only stalagpipe organ in the world, and all the extras from golf to tennis. Great family entertainment at nature's amazement park, Luray Caverns, 15 minutes from I-81 in Virginia's Shenandoah Valley.
Good day, I'm Tom Sweeney. The question of whether Cuban and Haitian refugees now housed in Arkansas will be moved to Maryland is still unanswered. However, last night we took you to Cecil County where leaders discussed their trip to the Arkansas home of the refugees. We'll let you know what the final decision is. We'll also update you on the fate of some 4,300 Pantry Pride employees who may be out of work when the supermarkets close shop next month. Today, the first evening news begins on 5:30 with Toby Marsh. I bring you News Scene at 6.
Tic-tac-toe! Join Quizmaster Wink Martindale as he trades grips and questions with some of television's biggest cash and prize winners. Plenty of knowledge, skill, and lots of luck are what you need. But watch out for the dragon. See contestants compete for cash and prizes. Catch Wink Martindale and all the excitement of Tic-tac-toe every day.
It's the grown-up version of everybody's favorite game. Family fun and excitement weeknights at 7.
The United Negro College Fund and Channel 2 wish to thank everyone who made the UNCF Telethon a great success. The many volunteers who worked so hard and the thousands who pledged money to help support UNCF colleges and universities. A reminder, please send your pledges to UNCF Box 1483 Baltimore. Thank you.
The League for the Handicapped needs donations for its fur elephant sale. If you wish to donate a fur or fur piece, call 323-0500. Proceeds will benefit handicapped children.
Yeah, Gloria, a question about the chicken, the fried chicken.
Yes, while you're baking it, do you have to turn it over?
No, don't turn it at all, as long as your pan is well greased.
All right. You got something on you mean about this about the chicken? All right. Yes. You'll stand, please.
Okay. Have you checked out the shake and bake type recipes, and did you use any of those kind of ingredients?
Yes, we have about 5 different developed combinations that we've already done and published.
And they're probably in the book.
And this is what inspired this last recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, the chicken, do you baste it at all?
Yes, just if you want it extra crispy. You're going to with a teaspoon of water and a teaspoon of oil about every 15 minutes per piece.
What about those new chicken bucket electric things?
No. Oh, don't bother with more gadgets. Then you're going to need a cupboard to keep it in, an extra plug. Your husband's going to go out with the boys because he's not going to want to stay home and do all that for you. Forget it.
Okay.
Now, can we do Twinkies? I think we better change the subject.
Yeah. We're going... Is this Continental Baking product? I don't even know who makes them. Imagine how thrilled the Hostess Twinkie people are at this moment. We're moving to Hostess Twinkie. Go ahead.
This is a hopeless twinkle.
Did you bring the real thing by any chance?
Yes, this is the real thing here. Now these were, I think this is it. Now it's hard to say. Some of these
Don't
were
show off, Gloria.
My daughter prepared these.
All right. Go ahead.
These were prepared by our 14-year-old. She went to the store to find a mold that every housewife could use. And yesterday, at the last minute, we came up with these little foil potato baking pans. Now, they don't bake as high as the eclair mold. The eclair mold will bake it like this, but you have to go to a pastry shop to get those. So I'm trying to get away from that. Same cake batter. Come here, I want you to make a Twinkie.
All right. Yeah.
I heard you thought they were sandwich chasers when you used to work for United Steel. Is that right?
That's true. Republic Steel, but thank you. I think they're great for when the kids are, you know, when they're young, and you just throw them in the room and close the door. You get at least an hour of...
All right. Now, I'm going to lift these out for you. They come out nicely. And you're going to take a melon scoop, take the small end, and scoop out 3 little holes, just like the regular.
3 little holes?
Well, put it down on the board, Phil.
Oh, okay.
Okay, scoop it out.
Why did I get rid of all these goodies?
Oh, that's for our next test.
All right. Now what? Scoop it out.
Yeah, scoop it out, just like you're doing
You
melon.
don't want me to make...
That's right. And then put the little pieces in there.
All right. Now 3 separate, or are we
Yeah.
making a trough or 3 holes?
See, like that.
Oh, I see.
And then you're going to fill it with the twinkle filling.
Sure. There's nothing to this.
And put it together. Now, you have to do it to this one, too, so I'll help you. You should use the melon, because then you get the...
All right.
Oh, the kids do it anyway. You know, they'll make them like banana flips and just
I see. So it is a trough.
Yes, it is,
I got
really.
it. All right.
All right.
All right.
Now, you just fill it with this. I don't know how much filling you like. At our house, they go through the filling and throw the cake away.
Okay.
They do.
Okay.
And don't dab it, spread it.
All right.
Spread. There. See, you got all the crumbs in there.
Yeah. All right. Gloria, in front of everybody. Okay.
All right. Good. Okay, now put the 2 together.
Oh, I get you.
Now, see, it's going to be higher than the original, but for home baking, it's not bad.
All right. Obviously, you're going to do a better job than I did, but
Yes.
but I got it. I got it. Okay.
All right.
What's the big wizardry here? We all can. Most of us could put together the cake feature of this.
Right.
And the filling is.
Pet milk, evaporated milk, Crisco, margarine or butter, vanilla.
All right, let's see that, Ron. We've got that for you, too. This is the Hostess Twinkie recipe, all right? Combine a 1/4 pound of butter or margarine, 1/2 cup of Crisco, 1 cup granulated sugar, 3/4 cup Pet or Carnation evaporated milk. We'll leave it up for you. Everybody stay calm. 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and you beat 8 to 10 minutes till light and fluffy. This is called the Hopeless Twinkle Frosting. All right, and and I assume you're claiming a pretty good savings on this one too, huh, Gloria?
Yes, about 50% again.
What are the ingredients as far as buying a regular Twinkie and preparing yours? Are yours better ingredients, or do you think?
I wish I could say, honestly, I know what they put into it. I have no idea what any of these commercial food companies use, so I can only guess that at home I would do it this way or that way.
So yours should be more nutritious.
Well, I hope so, because we work with nutrition every day.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Could you use extra fine sugar? Could you use that instead
It
of the
wouldn't make any
granulated?
difference. There's
The
only
texture
one
be
time I use the extra fine, and that's in a butter cream icing, and also in a fine yellow cake where you sift it. But I don't think it makes a difference.
No, would it be better? The texture wouldn't be as gritty. That's what I would think.
Well, this isn't gritty. No.
You want to taste it?
Yeah, I would.
All right. Well, what do you want? The whole twink or the? But you want the Twinkie, not just the filling. All right, hang on just a second here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Even get you a napkin here. All right.
A lot of calories?
Oh well, yeah, probably is.
Oh no, we took all the calories out before we went on the air.
Serious?
Very good.
You really like it?
It's better than the regular Twinkies.
No.
Cook like this.
You know, I hate to cook, and because I did, this is why I give you recipes like this. Now, if I can do it, you can do it.
Let me just. What happened to the telephone? Oh, all right. Let me just. It's been a while. Hi, is the caller there? I thank you for waiting.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
Does Gloria have the recipe for Arthur Treacher's fish and chips?
I have a recipe.
Better?
Hang on a moment. What's, Gloria?
It's called Archer Teacher Fish and Chips.
And you're proud of it?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I would be willing to.
Are we going to do that too? No. Oh, you do, huh?
All right.
Is this the real product?
This is the real product.
All right, well, let's give these folks a little plug here, as long as we're fooling around with their corporate name, to which so many talented people have devoted so much of their adult lives. I don't want to appear to be flip about some very important companies that have made some very important franchise fast food breakthroughs, and we shouldn't, I don't want to be...
Do you know why I did this recipe in the first place?
Why?
We were 80 miles from the nearest Arthur Treacher.
Yeah.
And Paul was out of work. We had 5 little kids. And I thought, I used to dream about this, so I worked 2 years.
Really? Now, this is theirs. This isn't yours.
This is theirs. But
all right, but you're saying you're proud of what you've been able to duplicate with them?
Yes, and we've had some nice relationships with the company.
They've been good to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
all right, I have to break here. What? Oh, you finish what?
I was just going to say the secret of it is when you look inside, you'll see a little white coating. Dip your plain fish in plain flour before you put it into your wet batter. And the batter is basically club soda and pancake mix with some seasonings. And we have written it down for you, and we'll share it with you later.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
Good.
This is not a commercial for Campbell's Soups.
When it rains, it pours.
Or Morton's Salt.
Hasn't scratched yet.
Or Bonami.
Within this veil of toil and sin, your head grows bald, but not your chin.
Or Burma Shave. Or Arm & Hammer. Or any of the familiar products our grandparents grew up with. No, this is a loving tribute to all of them in thimble form from Franklin Porcelain. Take your imagination back to the early 1900s and the country store, a simpler, happier time. Franklin Porcelain transforms these memories into a delightful collection of country store thimbles, 25 in all. Each thimble is a work of art, an original design fired onto fine porcelain. And each thimble is hand-decorated with pure 24-karat gold, golden memories of a gentler time. The detail is astonishing. The C in the chef's hat, the vines in the Heinz sweet pickle shield, the washboard and striped socks of Clark's thread. Thimbles have fascinated collectors for many, many years. Here is a unique, utterly charming collection we suspect will be highly prized. Country store thimbles deserve a showplace, and Franklin Porcelain includes it in the collection. A handsome hardwood rack to hold all 25 thimbles in any room of your home, a source of pleasure and admiration for relatives and friends. To order, simply call 1-800-228-2080, toll-free. You'll receive your thimbles one a month for only $12.50, a surprising price for porcelain of this quality. You may charge by credit card or pay COD with Franklin Porcelain's assurance that any thimble may be returned for refund. Country store thimbles are available only from Franklin Porcelain. Start your collection with one phone call, 1-800-228-2080.
Just one, making one thing clear, where are you? Just for the record, the Hostess Twinkie is a continental baking product, and those folks have every right to be proud of that, and I want to make sure I don't misidentify the wonderful people who brought you the Hostess Twinkie. Where am I here? Yes, okay, let's just pick up here.
What kind of fish do you suggest for the Archer Treachers?
Any kind. I've used cod. I've even used catfish. Any kind of fillet. The best is really a Lake Michigan type of fish, though, perch, pickerel.
Okay. What's going on here now?
I am going to make what we call the Big Match secret sauce.
Well, then let's get this out of here. We're going to confuse them. We've got the wrong product in there. Okay, you're going, what is it now?
This is a secret sauce that you would put on a big match if you were going to have a big match attach.
All right.
Anything you want to comment on that, feel free, but I'm not going to.
All right. The McDonald's hamburger people are obviously very pleased, proud of their sauce, and that's a considerable reason for the success they've enjoyed, in addition to a lot of other things. And what you're telling us is that it's possible for us to at least approach the taste of the sauce that they put on the Big Mac.
That's
and you're,
right.
Okay. And we have this, do we not? All right, but just ad-lib a little bit here, Gloria, and tell us about what you're up to.
I'm putting together about 5 ingredients. I'm using creamy French dressing, and I insist on using just one commercial product, Miracle Whip. No matter what brand I've used, what mayonnaise, it's not the same. I don't know what they use. I really don't. But that's what I use.
Okay.
And a little relish, some dry minced onion, a little sugar, salt and pepper, and then we're going to build a Big Mac.
All right. Here's the readout now on this sauce. Those of you who'd like to try and at least attempt the duplication of the McDonald product. This is the sauce. 1 cup of salad dressing, 1/3 cup creamy style French dressing.
Okay.
Now, when you say 1 cup salad dressing, doesn't that require more definition?
That's the Miracle Whip.
Okay, I wasn't listening. 1/4 cup sweet pickle relish, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 teaspoon of dried minced onion, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Blend with fork and refrigerate, and you've got something to put on a hamburger.
Now, do you remember the jingle that they used to advertise their Big Mac? 2 all-beef patties, special sauce.
Yes.
Can you give it to us?
Are you kidding? No,
All right.
I know several 5-year-olds who can, though.
Yes, so do I. I had to write it down.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
So that was, in addition to being a very clever advertising campaign, literally accurate. That's what that's on
Yes,
it.
absolutely. And they have the best advertising. I love their jingles. Okay, now we're going to start, but you have to start with the sauce first. And so we're going to put the sauce on first.
All right.
And then they were going to give us lettuce, and they didn't. All right. Can we pretend?